Yes, sir. It's DJ Dozer ready to take over, man. Today we got NBA coincidences that couldn't have been scripted any better. Let's see what's happening, man. Shout out Crossco for this one. Give respect where it's due.
When it comes to coincidences, some people see something mystical about them, whereas others think they are totally accidental. Whatever the case may be, there comes a point where something seems almost too coincidental, moments that just seem too good to be true, as if they're a product of a Hollywood script. Like when Joel Embiid dropped 70 points on the most recent anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game.
Even though I started playing late, from the time I started playing, Kobe was my guy. He's the reason why I started playing basketball. And it's funny because on the same night he had 81, and that was my favorite player.
And it only took 4 days for another Kobe Bryant anniversary to come around, the day he passed away. And with that came another 70-point performance, 73 points to be exact, when Luka went up against the Atlanta Hawks that night.
The anniversary of Kobe's death is today, and to be able to perform like that when the NBA is celebrating his life, like how special is that?
It's amazing, man. It's very special. We all love Kobe, man. It was a big tragedy. Can't believe it's been 4 years already. So it's special,
No, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and all the passengers that lost their lives that day, man. It's been 4+ years now. It's crazy
to feel on the same day, but obviously I wish he was here.
It's kinda crazy that nothing really happened in between those 2 days, making it seem even more like a Hollywood script. And since we're already here looking at January 2024, believe it or not, on the very next day, the 27th, something else happened that just seemed too perfect. The San Antonio Spurs hosted the Minnesota Timberwolves that night, and before the game could really even get going, a bat became loose in the arena, delaying the game, which immediately became ironic given who was at that game.
And guess what? Paging Manu Ginobili. We have a bat on the floor.
And the officials recognize it. Manu is here tonight. Could he be called back for... Pop is looking for him right now. He's rushing up to the box where Manu is going, hey, we need you down here.
Come on, Manu, come on down. Let's figure this out.
Everyone wanted Manu Ginobili to help out because of the history he has with bats. If you recall, it was 2009 on Halloween night when Ginobili came to the rescue.
And how about that? We have a bat in the arena. I mean, this is Halloween. I can't believe this is right on cue. There's the bat.
Oh, Manu knocked it out of midair.
So the fact that Ginobili was in attendance when it happened again earlier this year is very fitting, almost too fitting. Speaking of someone being in attendance that ended up being a callback to the original event, this lady's shirt was even more suspicious than that Manu example, because what's the likelihood that she's wearing that while sitting courtside and then Devin Booker proceeds to break his nose that very game? Basically the same way Steve Nash did 17 years earlier. The odds of that happening are insane. Do you guys think she made a mistake by choosing to wear that shirt to the game, possibly jinxing his nose? Or do you believe that history really is destined to repeat itself? I'm sure we can all agree that Michael Jordan winning his 4th championship on Father's Day back in 1996 is no doubt a perfect storybook ending for that particular season. But I would argue that the day LeBron James won his 4th NBA championship feels even more like an ending to a movie, being that it coincided with National Father-Daughter Day, a day that really hit home for Vanessa Bryant, who posted this on Instagram following the Lakers winning the 2020 NBA championship, saying that she really wished Kobe and Gianna were there to see the team win. If you didn't know, Father-Daughter Day usually lands on the second Sunday of October every year. So to think that the one and only time the NBA Finals took place in October due to the pandemic just so happened to be the same year that Kobe and his daughter tragically lost their lives, making it that much more special and sad at the same time when they won it on that day.
If we weren't already as close as we thought we can be, that made us even closer. That brought us even closer. Our ball club, we got as close as you possibly can be when that moment happened.
Now, when I say coincidences that couldn't have been scripted any better, that doesn't mean they're always positive or have a happy ending. It's the accuracy that I'm talking about. Pistol Pete Maravich automatically comes to mind, whose personal fear ended up materializing so accurately it's scary. As he said this in a 1974 interview, "I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at age 40. Well, that's precisely what ended up happening. He played exactly 10 years in the NBA and wound up suffering a heart attack during.
Bro, that is insane, bro. It's like he's spoken into existence, y'all. That is insane, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's some creepy stuff, bro. That's really creepy, bro.
A pickup game at age 40.
And I said, how do you feel today? And I promise you his last words to me were, I feel great. I just feel great. And I turned to walk away, and I don't know why, but I looked back at him for some reason, just in time to see him fall. And he fell hard. He didn't break his fall. I mean, his face hit the boards.
And Penny Hardaway fell victim to the power of the tongue as well, when he said this during a sit-down interview sometime after losing the '95 finals, inadvertently speaking something into existence.
Do you have nightmares? Are you haunted by things? Are things scary to you about this life and this career?
Well, sometimes, you know, I've dreamed that I've gotten a career-ending injury in the league and can't play anymore, and I couldn't imagine that. But I've dreamed that. I dreamed that I've never gotten back to win a ring. You know, that's the fear that I have right now because of losing last year's finals.
He basically had a premonition in his dreams without even realizing it at the time, a warning that was trying to tell him something.
I've dreamed that I've gotten a career-ending injury in the league and can't play anymore, and I couldn't imagine that. But I've dreamed that. I dreamed that I've never gotten back to win a ring.
Pistol Pete and Penny Hardaway are examples of when you end up writing your own script, or I should say manifesting something that you didn't mean to. We all remember when LeBron said this about Victor Wembanyama.
What do I think of him? I think probably the same as everybody else think. Everybody, we're labeling like this unicorn thing. Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years.
Alien,
more like an alien.
Yeah.
And John Collins got in on the fun too, saying that he's not from France, he's from Mars. Obviously they're joking, but what if what they said actually has some truth to it? I know, that sounds absolutely ridiculous.
No. They need to find some proof if Wemby's really from Mars. I mean, he is not your average NBA player, but nah, he's not from Mars.
But taking a look at the day Wemby was born might have you second guessing, because if you were to look up what else happened on that day, you would see that the NASA Spirit rover successfully landed on Mars. I'm not just talking about Wembanyama's birthday on a random year, I'm talking about the exact same day Wembanyama was born that this happened. This quote is looking awfully suspicious now. And just for the hell of it, I wanted to know if there was anything else that occurred on that day in addition to that that's even worth mentioning, and I was shocked by what I found out. On that day, Britney Spears got married. Now you may be wondering, how is this even relevant? Well, if you recall, Britney Spears and Victor Wembanyama got in a little situation not too long ago when she was smacked by one of his security guards after she tried to approach him. That's one connection right there. And number two, the place she got married the day Wemby was born was in Nevada, which just so happens to be the state where Area 51 is located, and we all know what that place is synonymous with. She also has a song called Alien for what it's worth. All of this combined will have me seriously looking at Wemby with a side eye from now on.
Dark matter?
That is weird.
What's dark matter?
Yeah.
So it's like a mass we can't see, but we know it's there because it's got influence on gravitational pulls and the speed of gravitational orbits in every galaxies, and its presence inside galaxies is 5 times higher than regular seeable matter. So it's a huge mystery, and we can't see it, we can't observe it, but we can observe its influence. So this is dark matter, very sci-fi.
Wow, man, that's some really creepy but yet interesting stuff, man. What do y'all think, man? Do y'all think the NBA is scripted, or are these just some crazy coincidences, man? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know, because it's like Yeah, there's some things that just like seem really like sus, like it's really like scripting and stuff. But I don't know, man. This man Cosgrove came out with some next clues, plot and stuff. Like, bro, you really put the pieces together. Like, these things might actually be scripted, man. Let me know what y'all think. It's been Dozer, and I'm off. Doze off.